The reason I'm not there tonight is I'm actually re-recording all of my old music in the studio where we originally recorded it. So it's been amazing and I can't wait for you to hear it. But have a great night. I love you so much. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for this.
15 years, 15 million tears, begging till my knees bled. He's got my past frozen behind glass, but I've got me.
There's an interesting correlation here between these two albums and this idea of getting into a pure space, the freedom and the space being another key word to this, and the idea of going back and re-recording your music. Do you see a correlation between reflecting the person you've been and becoming the person you want that you are and are going to be?
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there, but it does resonate with me a lot because I was allowed to start re-recording my music in November. By then, we had a great deal of Evermore done. I had shot a music video for Willow, but I was still writing and I was still recording. So there would be days where I'd be recording You Belong With Me, and then I'd be recording a song like Happiness, which is on Evermore. And
wow,
it made me feel really proud of sort of the scope of things.
Romeo, save me, I've been feeling so alone. I keep waiting for you, but you never come.
I've been having a really good time re-recording my older music, and I think my answer to that is, so far of the ones I've recorded, I think it's been the most fun doing Love Story, because the older music, my voice was so teenaged, and sometimes when I hear my older music and my older young teenage voice, it makes me feel like I'm a different singer now.
He knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring and said, marry me, Juliet, you never have to be alone. I love you, and that's all I really know.
And so it's been the most fun to go back and re-record ones that I feel like I could actually possibly improve upon the song. So that's been a really amazing, fun adventure. And yeah, amazing question. Well said, well asked.
My girls always say that those old songs bring them back to their childhood.
And normally, you know, you put those songs out and then you have to let them go. And even when you perform them in front of people, I often feel like they belong more to the fans and to the audience sometimes than they even do to the artists, you know. And getting a chance to re-record them for whatever reason, whatever prompted this thing, the fact that you get to go and listen to these and re-record them, I wonder if it brings you closer to them and changes your feelings towards songs that often people just record and move on from. Don't even listen to again as artists unless they're playing them.
Yes, it does. It makes me feel really close to those songs again. And it also reminds me that, obviously, I want to keep a lot of cool surprises for the fans until I'm ready to show them fully to everyone. But the reason that I feel so passionately that artists should own their catalogs is because if you are the creator of all of this music, you're the only one who actually knows the ins and the outs of it. You're the only one who knows what almost was written. You're the only one who knows the kind of secrets of the journey of making this music. So you're actually the only one who has the ability to share it with the fans in the way that can make everyone the happiest and the most excited. So it's been really fulfilling in a way that I had no idea what to expect. You don't want to feel like it's like, you know, your homework got destroyed and so now you have to redo your homework. It's not like that at all.
Yeah.
It's not like that at all.
You got to go into it like this is an
fulfilling
opportunity. And also, you know,
Yeah.
you talked about artists owning their catalog, and I've been talking to artists for most of my life, and there's one thing that continues to crop up, and I think that, you know, your perspective would be really, really interesting here, which is, why do you think that as artists we put security and stability before artistic control and freedom as young artists?
We don't make that conscious decision. We aren't given the information oftentimes, and that's why I'm having lots of conversations behind the scenes with record labels and trying to help them understand this from a psychological perspective, what you do to an artist when you separate them from their work. You break something, and I'm trying to figure out how to put that thing back together in a way that heals what was broken by a system that is not designed for artists to have a chance at, you know, that's an artist's pension plan. That's their retirement. That's their legacy. That's what they want to leave to their children.
And how could you ever know? How could you ever know the life you're going to live? How could you ever know what's going to happen, right? A coming of age has come and gone, right? How could you ever know that?
Yeah, good quote. But yeah, I was 15, 14 when I was in record deal negotiations. So you can't really go back and say, wow, what a conscious choice that was made. You don't know the music industry until you know it. And because I have learned what I've learned, I really just want to make things better for other people. And I want that to start at the record deal in the contract. Artists should never have to part with their work. They should own it from day one, but they should license it back to the label so that the label can make back their money over a certain amount of time. And that amount of time should be what's negotiated upon. It should not be a question moving forward. And if I can do anything to change that for a young artist in the future, or many or all of them, then that's, you know, I'm going to keep being loud about it.
Got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
Looking back when I was a teenager and I would write about, you know, my troubles in high school and the drama and the pining away and all that stuff, that was all so valid to me at that time in my life. Just as much as Evermore is so valid to my happiness at this time in my life. So it's been I've really felt very grateful lately for people giving me the ability to grow up creatively. And I know there have been snags, and there have been times where people have been like, I don't like her, several times. But for the most part, I feel a great amount of gratitude that I was able to make music from the time I was a teenager to the time that I'm 30.
Subscribe to this channel.